The National Brotherhood of Police Officers is meeting in Jacksonville right now.
Mm. Oh yeah, you know from your Jacksonville station.
Yes. I know everything that goes on in Jacksonville.
That's everything about Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, whoever is recording, will you alert me to when we're ready to go?
Mm. We're ready.
We're ready?
Recording.
Okay. Hello and welcome again to Mirador's Round Table.
You remind me of Colonel Sanders.
Of
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
KFC.
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you were talking about Colonel Mustard in the library.
No, Colonel Sanders.
Do you remember that game? What was it called?
Clue.
Cluedo. That's it. Yeah.
That's what you look like. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That my sister picked that up. My sister, that day when I was over at her house, that's what she said.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
She probably said, I don't understand a word he's saying, but he looks like Colin Sanders.
Say that. He talks so funny. Not my food, dude. Oh, sorry. Somebody's burning something. Lord.
Oh, is it working now? Yeah.
Am I recording?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're on, Keith.
Okay, well, good evening.
Oh, wait 1 second. I'm sorry. If I record, how am I can access it through Zoom, correct?
It goes onto your hard disk.
I don't have a hard disk on my phone. How do I gotta figure out how to get you to record. Hang on.
Well, I think that's what I'm.
Are you recording?
Zoom recording.
Yes.
So I think it's me.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. I hope. Okay, Keith.
Okay.
Once again, you're on.
Okay. Well, good evening from Mirador Television, and it's our first round table to discuss issues of the day. And so I will have the final word, if I may, and that is that nobody has ever bothered to talk about us 80-year-olds, and we were thrown to the wolves. Can I just say to the government, be careful, because here you've got some wolf. Thank you very much for being with us. Good night.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I thought that was great. I'm trying to be reasonable. It's not in my nature, but I'm trying.
All right, Mark. Okay.
The fact of the matter is that we are in emotional turmoil in this country. We don't mind eating half these things, but we have fluffy chickens at Easter popping out of chocolate eggs in the supermarkets. We have lambs frisking around in the spring. You know, we actually use animals all the time, even down to lions and zebras and tigers and all sorts of things. The fact that we're rubbing them out at a great rate of knots doesn't ever cross anybody's conscience, most in the main. You know, if we can't put a dose of reality in front of people, is what the hell are we doing?
That's a very human trait, though. Apparently, wherever we popped up, we tend to eradicate species, and that's been something that we've done throughout our history. Wherever we spread to, whichever islands, whichever new lands, it immediately you'll have some levels of species being wiped out by us.
Yeah, you see, in this country, people will say, "Oh, it's spring. Look at the little lambs frolicking in the fields, and isn't it dreadful that they're going to be taken away from their mothers and sent to a slaughterhouse?" And then they sit down and what's one of the favourite Sunday lunches? Roast lamb. Now, I understand that it's very difficult to get veal in the United States because of the popular feeling that they don't want to see the little cows pulled away from their mothers. I mean, it seems to me that we are full of emotion, but in your case, you do what you say, and in our case, we say, sod the little lambs frisking around. Let's have a decent Sunday lunch. Annie, what do you say to that?
No, I don't admit to anything. I don't like lamb, so I'm fine.
So you go out and watch the.
But you do
lamb.
paint a horrible picture, I have to say.
I do. It's a very. I lived on a farm in Northern Ireland, and the farmer had 150 sheep, and he could name 130 of them. He'd given them names, and he could name 130 of them. But the economy said he shuffled them off to market once every so often. But he could not eat his own sheep. He couldn't have lamb on his farm. Now, it's funny how all these emotions get mixed up. But the fact of the matter is, when you're talking about economy, and I mean, Melissa is an economist or part economist, and Mark deals in the economy as a politician, we get terribly confused between what is a friendly little lamb and what the economy needs. And I just wonder, what I'm trying to get at is, what sort of impact do you think that really has on what we eat and what we sell? Anybody?
I just wanted to say I'm a student of the economy rather than an economist. But thank you very much.
If you want any more, I mean, nobody knows you're a Contessa.
Yes.
Going back to your question, I think that I've come across more people stepping away from meat, not totally, but eating less.
Times have I told you that my behavior depends on your attitude?
Are we still recording?
Yeah, no, yes.
You got that, Annie. That was great. You got it again.
I mean, if you didn't know me, you'd have a boring life.
Oh, yes, dear. I'd be allowed to eat chocolate and ice cream.
No.
Oh, dear.
I only tell you things because
It's for my
because
own
I
good.
tell you
No,
things
yeah.
because I like to talk, but I never actually ever believe that you will actually listen. So at the end of the day, you'll do what you want anyway.
One of the things that you have to be very careful about, Annie, you were talking about interviewing and so on the other day, is be very careful when you are on screen that you don't let your eyes flick at all, because people immediately think there's something's happening that they can't see. And they get so intrigued as they pay no attention to what you're saying, they're wondering what's going on behind you.
Flick, what?
Well, for instance, if you're looking at the camera and you think, I'll take a quick look at that, the camera will pick it up. You think you've done it very, but what it does is it unsettles a viewer, because they think you're looking at something interesting, and you're not allowing them to see.
I was thinking. I look away when I think sometimes.
As long as it's a head movement like that, that's fine. But it's when you try to take the sneaky peek. Yeah, like that. But people do it all the time, and particularly interviewees do it. When they get PR training, any good PR training will tell them, keep looking at the interviewer. Forget anything else, just look at the interviewer.
But I wasn't interviewing.
What?
Huh?
You were. You just didn't know.
When? Okay. I wasn't interviewing. When I what? Are you saying that to me as an advice for the future? Because I haven't interviewed anybody yet.
And it was just a general comment that you were interested in. Low battery. That's nonsense. Why is it low battery? Everything should be on. Ah,
Ah,
right.
yeah.
You know, Keith reminds me of. You remind me of Colonel Sanders.
Of
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
KFC.
Chlorinated Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Ah,
No, I was going to say, I thought you were talking about Colonel Mustard in the library.
No, Colonel Sanders.
Do you remember that game? What was it called?
Clue.
Cluedo. That's it. Yeah.
That's what you look like. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That my sister picked that up. My sister, that day when I was over at her house, that's what she said.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
she probably said, I don't understand a word he's saying, but he looks like Colin Sanders.
Say that. He talks so funny. Not my food, dude. Oh, sorry. Somebody's burning something.
Aha. Quite right.
I hope you're filming that though.
Of course.
Spilling from the stove.
Actually, I should really follow my own advice, shouldn't I?
What advice is that?
Oh, he's gonna start filming now.
Filming what?